Hey there everyone, welcome to the Ultimate Guess the Profession Challenge. We've got 60 tricky emoji puzzles for you to solve. Can you guess them all? Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a quiz. Let's see how many professions you can crack. Good luck! Doctor, you've diagnosed that guess perfectly. Let's see if you can cure the next one. Teacher, you just schooled that guess. Ready for your next lesson? Chef, that guess was cooked to perfection. Let's see if you can serve up the next one. Mechanic, you fixed that guess right up. Let's see if you can keep the next one running smoothly. Judge, you just made the right call on that guess. Now, let's see if you can deliver a verdict on the next one. Firefighter, you just put out that guess like a pro. Ready to tackle the next blaze? Pilot, you've landed that guess perfectly. Let's see if you can take off with the next one. Scientist, you just made a breakthrough with that guess. Ready for your next experiment? Artist, you've painted that guess beautifully. Let's see if you can create a masterpiece with the next one. Programmer, you've coded that guess right. Ready to debug the next one? Lawyer, you just argued that guess to perfection. Let's see if you can win the next case. Astronaut, you've just launched into the right guess. Ready to explore the next one? Singer, you've hit the right note with that guess. Let's see if you can keep the harmony with the next one. Professor, you've lectured your way to the correct guess. Time for the next scholarly challenge. Ship Captain, you've navigated that guess perfectly. Let's see if you can steer through the next one. Farmer, you've harvested that guess like a pro. Ready to plow through the next one. Engineer, you've built that guess from the ground up. Let's see if you can construct the next one. Wins it. Factory worker, you've assembled that guess perfectly. Ready to keep the production line moving. Paramedic, you've you've saved that guess in the nick of time. Let's see if you can rescue the next one. Designer, you've styled that guess just right. Let's see if you can fashion the next one. Dentist, you've drilled down to the right guess. Ready to clean up the next one? Chemist, you've mixed that guess to perfection. Let's see if you can experiment with the next one. Educator, you've taught us all with that guess. Let's see if you can educate us on the next one. Illustrator, you've drawn that guess perfectly. Let's see if you can sketch out the next one. Film director, you've called action on that guess. Ready to roll with the next one? Biologist, you've dissected that guess correctly. Let's see if you can classify the next one. Helicopter pilot, you've hovered right over the correct guess. Ready for a lift off to the next one? Plumber, you fixed that guess like a pro. Let's see if you can flesh out the next one. Business analyst, you've analyzed that guess spot on. Let's see if you can crunch the numbers for the next one. Pastry chef, you've baked that guess to perfection. Let's see if you can whip up the next one. Rescuer, you've doused that guess right on time. Ready to tackle the next fire. Nurse, you've cared for that guess like a pro. Let's see if you can heal the next one. Art curator, you've curated that guess perfectly. Let's see if you can arrange the next one. Carpenter, you've nailed that guess down. Let's see if you can build on the next one. DJ, you've spun that guess right. Ready to mix it up with the next one. Air traffic controller, you've guided that guess in smoothly. Let's see if you can keep the next one on course. Banker, you've invested in the right guess. Let's see if you can cash in on the next one. Sous chef, you've sauteed that guess perfectly. Let's see if you can whip up the next one. Viticulturist, you've crushed that guess like fine wine. Let's see if you can bottle the next one. It Specialist, you've debugged that guess right away. Let's see if you can troubleshoot the next one. Geneticist, you've spliced that guess perfectly. Ready to decode the next one? Radiologist, you've scanned that guess accurately. Let's see if you can diagnose the next one. Space Scientist, you've just made an astronomical guess. Let's see if you can reach for the stars with the next one. Neurologist, you've tapped into the right guess. Let's see if you can keep the neurons firing with the next one. Legal advisor, you've advised that guess perfectly. Let's see if you can counsel the next one. Rescue pilot, you've swooped in and saved that guess. Let's see if you can rescue the next one. Welder, you fused that guess together perfectly. Let's see if you can spark the next one. Guitarist, you've strummed that guess right on key. Ready to rock out with the next one. Calligrapher, you've written that guess beautifully. Let's see if you can script the next one. Baker, you've kneaded that guess to perfection. Let's see if you can bake up the next one. Mathematician, you've calculated that guess correctly. Ready to solve the next equation? Accountant, you've balanced the books with that guess. Let's see if you can audit the next one. Photographer, you've captured that guess perfectly. Let's see if you can focus on the next one. Paramedic, you've revived that guess in record time. Let's see if you can save the next one. Pharmacist, you've prescribed the right guess. Let's see if you can fill the next one. Violinist, you've played that guess beautifully. Let's see if you can keep the tune with the next one. Data analyst, you've crunched the numbers just right. Let's see if you can analyze the next one. Orthopedic surgeon, you've set that guess perfectly. Let's see if you can operate on the next one. Librarian, you've shelved that guess just right. Let's see if you can catalog the next one. Pediatrician, you've cared for that guess perfectly. Thanks for playing, everyone. We hope you had a blast guessing all the professions. Let us know in the comments how many you got right. We'd love to hear your score. And while you're there, tell us what other challenges you'd like to see next. We're always looking for new ways to test your skills and have fun together. See you in the next one.